Good morning, students. Students, today we will discuss the commerce, which is the second category or second type of business activity. Earlier, in previous video, we have discussed the industries and their types. As you know that the business activity get classified in two categories or two types, industries and commerce. So we have already discussed the industries. Now, in this video, we will discuss the commerce, their functions and their types. So, see the first meaning of the commerce. What do you mean by commerce? See, students, it refers to all those activities which are required for the sales or related with the sales or exchange of goods and services. Fine. So, the services which are related with distribution of goods and services, sales of goods and services, or exchange of goods and services from the product producers to consumers are termed as a commerce. It is what reduce. It is the way of distribution of goods. It removes the hindrance in the respect of person, place, time, risk, finance, and information. Because of the commerce, the goods get available at the right time, at right places, and right quantity. Thus, we can say the commerce establishes a link between the producers and consumers to ensure the proper distribution of goods. Fine. मीन्स हम कॉमर्स में ये कॉमर्स हमें जो है गुड्स को मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्लेस से कंजप्शन प्लेस तक ले जाने में, उनको प्रॉपरली कस्टमर्स को अवेलेबल कराने में, डिफरेंट प्लेसेस पे ऑल ओवर द कंट्री डिफरेंट मार्केट तक पहुंचाने में कॉमर्स क्या करता है, हमें हेल्प करता है. इसीलिए हमें कहते हैं कि कॉमर्स जो है प्रोड्यूसर्स और कंज्यूमर्स को क्या करता है, जोड़ने का काम करता है. See, that's why we can discuss here the role of commerce. It performs so many functions. Like first, it removes the hindrance. It removes the hindrance of person. We know that the persons are scattered different places, and they don't know the producers, who is producers, and producers don't know to the consumers. So there is no link between the producers and consumers. Fine. So here is the segment of commerce that is called trade. And this trade is what? Provide an organized market, a place where the consumers and producers comes together for the purchasing of and selling of goods and services. Fine. There is a place, it provide a place to interact the producers and consumers. Again, next function is hindrance of place. See, the producers and consumers both belongs to the different places. There is a geographical separations between the producer and consumers. Fine. They both belongs to the different places. For example, a company which is producing any goods belongs to the Bangalore, and the consumers are scattered throughout the country. Now it is here the problem that how the goods will be distributed from the one place to all over the market in the country. Here, the segment of commerce that is called transportation is help to move the goods from one place to another places. So it means because of help of transport, the producers are able to distribute these goods from the production places to various market in the country where that can be sold. So this segment of transport help in moving the goods from the place of production to the market for selling. Next function is hindrance of time. See, students, there is a huge gap between the production of goods and the consumption of goods. Now, for example, the goods get produced in the month of Jan, and it gets sold in the month of September. So there may be the difference of time. ऑब्वियसली वो नो दैट कि अगर हमने गुड्स बनाया तो जरूरी नहीं है कि वो हमारा कल बिक जाए या एक हफ्ते में बिक जाए या महीने 2 महीने 6 महीने भी ले सकते हैं, यानी वहां पे अनसर्टेनिटी है सेलिंग का, टाइम का। सो यहाँ पर जो टाइम गैप है हमारा प्रोडक्शन में और कंजप्शन में, this time gap is a obstruction, and this obstruction or a hindrance get removed by the commerce segment that is called storage and warehouses. See, what do you mean by the storage and warehouses? This storage and warehouses, what? Where the goods get stored by the producers for the time being till the demand not get created into the market. And when the demand get created into the market, they start distributing from these places. So this segment of commerce, which is warehousing and storage warehousing, provide what remove the hindrance of time by facilitating the stock of goods for the time. Another next function of commerce is hindrance of risk. It help in removing the hindrance of risk. Fine. See, business always have a risk. It is the integral or essential part of the risk. कोई ऐसा बिजनेस नहीं है जहां पर रिस्क ना हो. फाइन. नाउ अगर ये रिस्क बिजनेसमैन सर्वाइव, इस बिजनेसमैन इस रिस्क को बियर नहीं कर पाता है तो ही विल नॉट बी एबल टू operate the business, or he will not have the courage to start or to run or to operate the various kinds of business activity. Fine. So there is a one segment of commerce which is called insurance. This insurance segment or this service help the businessman to develop a courage against the any kind of incidents, losses can happen due to the theft, fire, accidents. So this what insurance protect the businessman against the various kinds of risk. Fine. So that they can smoothly perform their business activity without having any kinds of what fear. Now come to the next function of commerce, that is it removes the hindrance of finance. Fine. See, as we know that every business required finance. Fine. Whether business is small or large. अगर बिजनेस छोटा है कम उसमें पैसे चाहिए, हमें कैपिटल कम रिक्वायरमेंट होगी, ज्यादा बड़ा बिजनेस है तो उसमें कैपिटल की रिक्वायरमेंट ज्यादा होगी. लेकिन बिना फाइनेंस के कोई भी बिजनेस क्या है सरवाइव नहीं कर सकता और ना ही वो चल सकता है. सो देयर इज ऑलवेज नीड ऑफ फाइनेंस इन द बिजनेस. फाइन. हियर द वन सेगमेंट ऑफ कॉमर्स which remove this hindrance and available the finance to the business organizations in operating their business activities. This is called banking and financing institutions or banking services, we can say also. So banking services what provide the finance to the business at the right time and right amount so that the businessman can operate their business activities without any obstructions. Fine. Now last function of commerce is it removes the hindrance of information. Fine. See, the information in the business is very important because we come to know that what kinds of demands are there, like and dislike and interest of the consumers, so that the producers can manufacture and design their goods according to the market demand. So here this informations get required to the producers also as well as consumers also. Fine. So here segment of commerce, that is advertisement, which make it possible for the producers as well as trader and consumers. It informs about the goods and services produced by the manufacturers, and it informs to the consumers about the goods and services available in the market. So this is most important in what segment which help in creating the demand into the market. By the help of advertisements, producers try to inform their consumers that what the goods they are producing and what are the features they are giving in their product, so that it induce the what feeling of purchasing among the consumers. So these all are the functions of commerce. What these are, once again we can revise it. These are the, it help in removing the what hindrance of person, it help in removing the place, it helps in removing the time, hindrance of time, it helps in removing the hindrance of risk, and it help in removing the hindrance of finance, and last one is it help in removing the hindrance of information. Fine. Now let's say this commerce activity further can be classified in two categories. This is what, trade and auxiliary to trade. Fine. So let's understand the meaning of trade. What do you mean by trade? It refers to the buying and selling of goods and services for the aim of earning profit. Fine. Means trade, it refers to that activity where the trader wants to sell their goods to the consumers for the purpose of earning profit. Fine. This is called trade. So that's why it is an essential part of commerce, and it helps in making the goods produced available to the ultimate consumers or the users. Fine. Now, further, this trade can be classified in two types. There are two types of trade. This is internal trade and external trade. Fine. What do you mean by internal trade? See, internal trade refers to that trade which get performed what, inside the country or geographical boundary of a country. Now, this internal trade is of two types: wholesale trade and retail trade. See, students, wholesale trade means when the trader purchase and sell the goods in bulk amount. What happened here? He purchased the goods from manufacturer in bulk amount in large quantity and used to sell the retailers in a small quantity. Fine. That's why it is this is wholesaler and wholesale trade is this. Next is retail trade. This is a trade which is done by the retail traders. In this, the retail traders purchase the goods from wholesaler and sell to the consumers. This retail trader is the link between the wholesaler and consumers. Fine. As the retailer are very closer to the customer, so he maintain the personal contact with the ultimate buyers. Fine. So these are the internal trade. Now come to the external trade. See, the meaning of external trade, you are well known. This is also known as foreign trade or international trade. Fine. Why? Because the external trade refers to all those business activities get performed outside the country or beyond the geographical boundary of a country. Fine. This is called external trade, or simply we can say whenever the activity of buying and selling get performed outside the geographical boundary of country is known as external trade. In external trade, there are more than one countries are involved. That's why it is known as foreign trade and international trade also. So this external trade is of three types: import trade, export trade, and interport. And students, I think you are well known about the import trade, as I think you have studied in class 10th. What do you mean by import trade? It refers to the purchase of goods from the foreign country. For example, purchase of toys from the China and sell into the India. So this is what import trade. Export refers to the sale of goods to the foreign country. So whenever we export the tea to the Japan, this is what kind of export trade. And third one is interport trade. So students, it refers to the goods purchasing for the export to other countries, not for the consumption in home country. This is called interport trade. Like India import many commodities from European countries for the purpose of export them to the Nepal or other neighbor countries. Fine. So this is what the goods get purchased from other countries and get again sell to the other countries, not in the home country. So this is called interport trade. Fine. Now, the next topic is auxiliary to trade. It is one the branch of commerce. Next branch of commerce. See, it refers to all those activities which provide facility in purchasing and selling of goods. Fine. This is the activities which generally referred as services also. That's why it includes the so many services like banking services, insurance services, warehousing, advertisement, communication. Fine. Transportation. The all services are the which require to operate the business activity smoothly. Fine. That's why this is also known as supportive services. These activities not only support the trade but also to the industries. That's why, hence, the what it is the integral part of entire business activity. As we have studied the function of commerce, these services help in removing the various hindrances like the hindrance of time, hindrance of place, hindrance of person, hindrance of information, and hindrance of finance and risk. This is all the services come together to what known as auxiliary to trades. So these all are from the commerce segment, commerce part, as these are the classifications or one of the classification of business activity along with the industry. So in next video we will meet with the next topic. Till then, bye, thank you.